pregame.com.
Monday Night Football here at pregame.tv. We got the Jets and the Titans. Titans laying 1.5, total 41.5, and we're going to get to the analysis on this game in just a moment. If you're wondering where Brian Leonard's been the last couple of weeks, if you missed out on last week's videos, last week was the semifinals in the Cantor Race and Sportsbooks. I don't want to say invite because you got to put up $5,000 to be a part of this contest. But he won last week. He advances into the finals now. Brian
More
Leonard.
than I could do.
Well, he did. He topped you, Fez. I mean, I know you won 2 back-to-back Hilton contests, but we got to give Brian his props where he deserves it, and he did get to the finals, and he's done it 2 years in a row. So I started out last Sunday night's first preview radio with Vegas Runner, and I said, what did we learn? We had the What Did We Learn segment. I said, we learned that Brian Leonard is no fluke for making the finals last year because he did it again this year. You know, we're obviously rooting for him. We've got Brian on our team here at pregame.com, but describe what he's going through in this final situation right now. I was there in the old Stardust a couple of times, got knocked out by craziness, but he's going to focus right now, and that's why he's not here this week. He's got to go with the same thing that got him here, and that was taking a week off and looking at all the angles, all the situations, and everything else involved when it came to handicapping this week's card.
Not to mention paranoia strikes. You don't want anyone to know who you're going to be on because now you're looking at $60,000 for your first prize.
Sure.
And these things are mighty close. I mean, I got bounced last week 4-2-1, 4-2-1, lost on a tiebreaker. And so you start thinking to yourself, oh, wow, I really like this total. He can use all the bowl games. So he's doing his homework on all these totals, and he's thinking, you know, if word gets out that I like this over, you know, there might be someone at Cantor that really likes my opponent, or someone who just bets it. Someone goes to the window and makes a couple max bets, and all of a sudden I got to play over 61 instead of over 58, and I'm out of luck, and I just lost what I was going to be my best bet, and now it's not even worth playing. So you can see there's a lot of paranoia right before you lock in those picks. You're like, don't move. Don't have these lines move against me.
I know one thing. He better give us a dinner if he wins this thing.
He already, the Tuesday meeting, he bought everybody at the Tuesday meeting this week, and there were guys at the Tuesday meeting I haven't seen in weeks come out for the free meal.
This one guy, all he ever orders is egg whites, and he's asking, is there lobster? I mean, that's not right, man.
I wasn't going to tell him that you did that, but okay. The situation for Brian, you know, unlike when you won the Hilton contest, you know, twice, you know, at least that Sunday, at the end of the day, you were done. You won, you lost. He's going to be tortured for the next couple weeks because, as you said, they can play all the way out to the end of the bowl game. So it's this week's NFL and any of the bowl games. So we may not know if he's a winner or loser for, you know, a month.
I know what he's going 3 straight times. There was, I don't know if you were here yet in Las Vegas, but there was the Sunset Station contest. It was an invite. They used to invite 12 to 15 handicappers from around the country. Sean Hess was the main host. I co-hosted it, but I was also in the thing, and it was 7 plays, NFL or college, per week from every handicapper throughout the season. And then after week 15, the top 4 guys would move on to the semifinals, and then the top 2 to the finals. Made it to the finals 3 straight times, lost all 3 times, and had winning records in each time in that finals. And it was like doink off the upright kind of losses. But I know you are. You mentioned it. You're paranoid. You don't want nobody to know what you're doing. And there is a way you can find out before the games kick off, though, is you can listen live on Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific, is it?
Yes.
2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. Listen live at wearelv.com on Friday, and you'll get both gentlemen's picks on their final round with college football mixed in, NFL mixed in, and you'll hear it live as it happens. It's done at the M Hotel, which is a Cantor property, and you don't want to miss out anyway. It's great information. The guys are going at it. They've got $60,000 on the line. It's going to be a lot of fun. Good luck, Brian Leonard. We hope you get there. Now, let's talk about some Monday Night Football. We got the Jets playing at Tennessee. As I mentioned, Tennessee, the short favorite, Marco. And the bottom line of this one is we got a Titans team who is so far they don't even want to wait. They're so far in the hole right now, they don't want to wait till the end of the season to start changing coordinators. They get rid of a coordinator this week because they want to start developing a rhythm, I think, for next year. I think it's a good idea. You get Kenny Britt back in the mix when you have somebody else calling plays. You get Chris Johnson running the football the way he should. He's done pretty well, by the way, after coming back from early in the season. And I think they're going up against a Jets team here that they can thrash. They can get some nice, decent gains both on the ground and through the air against a struggling Jets defense. What say you?
But the Jets are in a playoff drive.
Yeah, that's what they've been telling us, huh?
Mathematically, the Jets are still alive, and they can get to 500 this week. Huge motivator for the Jets, but, they have played the last 2 weeks, probably two of the worst teams in football, Arizona and Jacksonville, and they were life and death pretty much with both of those teams to get it done, but they did win. Tennessee, this is their Super Bowl, guys. What else do they have? It's Monday Night Football in a season that has been horrendous. They didn't have high expectations this year, but not as bad as it's turned out. So I think you're going to see a spirited effort from Tennessee. And if you remember earlier this year, the Pittsburgh Steelers went into Tennessee on a Thursday night game, and that was a big game for Tennessee. They did a lot of things. They didn't do the conventional things. They took chances. Hey, when you got nothing to lose, it's easy to roll the dice, and that makes a team dangerous. It's hard whenever you're life and death, like the Jets will be, trying to stay alive in the playoffs, and you got a team that's, use your line you like to do all the time, they're playing with house money, they got nothing to lose. That makes for a tough, preparing for the game. In between videos, you had mentioned the difference between a couple of houses with their look-ahead lines. Explain to everybody what you were telling us about.
And we were talking earlier in our videos, we've got the math, and then we've got the artistry.
Right.
And the pure math says you want the Titans in this game. You look at the fundamental rushing advantage, plus 0.5 when they rush versus their opponents. Jets minus 0.6. Yards per play, Titans minus 0.1. They're 8 of clubs. Joe Q average NFL team. The Jets suck. They're minus 0.4. You don't want any part of the Jets from that perspective. They both have played very tough schedules. Strength of schedule is about equal. It's going to land you on the Titans with their home field advantage. So based upon that, Cantor, they know the Jets suck. They made the line last week 4. The Titans were minus 4 in the look-ahead line. These look-ahead lines almost always match. The LVH puts one out, Cantor puts one out, and they're always almost the same. Not on this game. On this game, LVH is an artist, and the LVH said the Jets need the game like blood. They are still mathematically alive, and they said it at 1.5. I think because they thought people would bet the Jets in the must-win situation. And it's interesting because it actually has come 1.5. So I think LVH got the line right, but I think Cantor got the handicap right. We'll have to see what happens.
I agree with that. I think the Cantor did get the handicap right and before last week, and I don't factor in who's got to win to have a mathematical chance to get to the playoffs, even though they really don't have a chance. My number was a couple of points above this with my power ratings being played in Nashville. Tennessee, I had 3.5 points better at this site. Marco, this one's your free pick. All right, guys, it's an ugly game, but somebody's got to win it. We've got to make a bet. I think there's actually value in this game, and it's in the total. You look at the Jets, this game looks like an absolute stone-cold under. They played 2 weeks ago a 7-6 game against Arizona. Last week they played a 17-10 game against Jacksonville. That 17-10 game, it was 3-0 at the half. This week, though, they're going to play Tennessee. As I said, Tennessee has nothing to lose. They're going to open it up. They're going to take chances. Hey, it's 4th and 2. We're at the 45. We're not punting the ball. We can go for it. You can afford to take chances when you're not going anywhere. And when you take chances like that, it's all good because it's a win-win situation. If they convert, the drive stays alive. You can score points. If they don't convert, the other team has good field position and they can drive on a short field. And if Tennessee does take these opportunities and gets a 10-point lead in the game, then the Jets got to come out of their game plan and open it up. And when you put the ball in Sanchez's hand and say, you got to throw the ball downfield, either they're going to complete some passes or, like I said earlier this year on a video with Tony Romo, he's going to put it into the other team's hands and you might get a pick 6. Either way, we're going to get points. I think this is a low total based on the last couple games. You'll see them open it up. We're going to go over. I'm projecting 47 points for this game. Bet the over on Monday night. Good stuff. We are done for this week, guys. But don't forget, if you like what you hear from all the guys that you've seen on the videos, both with Chris Andrews' group and with this group, you can follow us daily at pregame.com. We've got our premium plays up, free plays, analysis. Nice write-ups, by the way, that Chris Andrews did this last week when it came to breaking down NFL and how underdogs do and the whole thing on the forums. And don't forget about First Preview Radio each and every night, 11 p.m. Pacific time, archived daily on the pregame.com homepage. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next Tuesday night. More videos from the NFL, the college football bowls, right here at pregame.tv. Go Brian.
Go Brian.